Hey, Vic.
How you doing,
A couple
Ryan?
in Good, thanks. Couple injury things for you. Who would be listed as questionable for Saturday?
Melvin, Graham, Philip, and Trey.
What does Glasgow need to show you over the next practice and then walk through tomorrow? Do you feel he's close?
Yeah, just that he's getting closer and closer every day. Today will be a good indicator because we're going to practice today, have a normal practice, see how he does with that, see how he wakes up tomorrow with it, and see where he's at. We'll have to make the decision if he's only 80, 85%, are we better going with Mute than him? Or, if Graham can say he's more 90, 95%, we'll go with Graham.
And then are you expecting McManus?
Not right as we sit here today, no.
Okay.
I know there's still some question with him in the league, when his counting of days should have started. I don't know where that stands. But unless they change, he won't play. If it would have been a Sunday game, he would have played.
Okay, gotcha. And last thing for me is being short at corner, Cole Beasley coming out of that slot. What makes him such a tough matchup?
Really quick, really savvy. He's experienced in there. He's played in the slot his entire career. He knows how to run routes. He knows how to get open. Really savvy guy. And, with Diggs on the outside and John Brown or Gabriel or McKenzie on the outside, it makes it tough because, you have to pay attention to some those guys too. And to give the needed help sometimes to the slot can be hard. So we're just going to have to mix it up. But he's a savvy, veteran, quick, really good route runner.
Next one, Andrew Mason.
Hey, Vic, maybe, I don't know if you've had much chance to look, but Taylor Russolino, if he does have to come in, how well do you expect him to kick on Saturday?
Well, we all got our first look at him yesterday because since he's been there, he's been working and practicing while guys were meeting, so none of us had really seen him other than Tom. And he kicked very well yesterday in practice, was very encouraged by what he did in practice yesterday. If he kicks as good as he did yesterday in practice, we'll be fine.
Next one, Jeff.
I think McDermott was talking yesterday about your willingness to share things with young coaches. And I just wanted kind of your view on that. Some guys feel like they don't want to give up secrets or whatever, but kind of how do you view that when you talk to younger coaches?
Yeah, I pick and choose my spots. Sean was a guy back then that, had only been a coordinator for a couple of years, I think, and reached out to me through a mutual friend. And we sat down one time, I think it was at the Combine, and we've had various phone conversations over the years, none recently. And just tried to help him in a general way, philosophically, as much as I could.
But do you hold back in some situations or just decide, like when you say you pick and choose, kind of what are you looking at? You want to keep some good things for yourself but also
I pick and choose who I do it with, and I pick and choose what I give them.
Okay.
Next one, Mike Liss.
Yeah, Coach, there's some talk on the union was saying they want to go forward without full-scale OTAs. And, with one of the premises being that they didn't see a diminish in performance. What say you on that as a coach? Has the performance, the execution of games been better than you thought?
Well, I'm going to stay away from that, to be honest with you. My opinion doesn't matter. I have one, but it doesn't matter, so why put it out there?
Next one, Marty Staples.
Hey, Vic, I just wanted to go back a little bit to the kicker situation. You brought in Russolino at the same time you brought in Kyle Shermer. Was that coincidental, or was the no quarterbacks game kind of an epiphany that, okay, maybe we need to be prepared in case the kicker, something goes on with McMahon?
That was something that we had talked about before all that, that we were, if something happened to Brandon last minute that way, that we needed to get a kicker in here. It was something that we discussed during the season, and we finally did it that week.
Okay, thanks.
Time for a few more after Brandon.
Coach, what's going on with Jake Butt, and any update on Bryce Callahan? Will we potentially see him next week or against the Raiders?
I had hoped that Bryce could play, in the last game or two, but I don't think the healing's going as well as we had hoped. So I think the chances of that are down. Jake's doing fine. We cleared him to practice starting last week, and he's practicing good and looks good out there.
Next one, Troy.
Coach, when you get down to 3 corners, have you ever been in a situation like this in all your years as a coordinator, coach? And what do you do? What is do you have a safety net?
Yeah, I've never been in this situation before. And when you say 3 corners, the third one just got here. So there's a lot to learn, a lot to get in. Never been in this situation before. Hopefully Michael and Boz and Will as the nickel can stay upright and play the entire game, and we won't have to find out.
Eric.
Yeah, Coach, people were saying that Tim Patrick was kind of on the roster bubble going into training camp, and obviously he's made a big impact this year. Has he surprised you in terms of what he's been able to do?
No, Tim's never been on the roster bubble. Tim's a quality NFL receiver who would play a lot of plays for a lot of teams. I've always liked him. He's a big receiver. He's got good instincts. He can catch the 50-50 ball. He's a good runner after the catch. I see Tim as a quality NFL receiver. He'll never be on the bubble.
How important is this season, or how important can it be for him once Cortland's back next year, just in terms of his development?
It's big. I mean, anytime a guy gets more reps and more playing time, you like to see what they can do with it. And Tim obviously has excelled in his extra playing time that he's gotten, and I'm not surprised by it. I've always liked Tim as a receiver.
Final one, Zach.
Hey, Coach, if Graham Glasgow is healthy enough to play, have you thought about potentially rotating Natani Muti in there after how much you liked him and get a further evaluation of him?
That's something we would see how the game's going, how Graham's playing, how he's feeling, and go from there. But definitely based on the way Muti played last week, we'd feel definitely comfortable doing that.